Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is pretty exciting. It's a cool one. I'm going to be reviewing and demoing the Dior Airflash foundation. So it looks like this, and it comes in like a canister, and it sprays out like a fine mist, like an airbrush foundation would. So I'm sure you guys have heard of this. This has been around for a while now, so I'm kind of late on the bandwagon, but I've always been really intrigued to test this foundation out because I've heard really great things about it. It's supposed to be like amazing, like airbrush your face in a can, which is pretty cool. So I was actually gifted this foundation and sent by Octoly to try out and review. So as always, like, the opinions are always going to be my own and everything. Honest opinions on this, it's going to be a first impressions. I haven't even tried the color out yet, so hopefully the color that they sent me works as well, because I think this one was like the closest to my skin tone. Who knows if it's even going to be a perfect match. So this is shade 200, beige, or light beige. So I'm just going to pop off the top, and it looks like this. It comes with like a little spray top. It says to shake it up, and it says you can apply it directly to the face in like a fine mist. I don't know about that. I feel like it might get everywhere and I'm kind of nervous. Or you can apply it directly to like a brush. Just like spray it directly onto like a buffing brush and buff it on. It says for a more fuller coverage to do that, and for a lighter coverage just to spray it on. So I think I'm going to try both ways just to test both theories. Oh my god, I'm pretty nervous. It says to put a headband on or tissues to protect clothing, like to make sure the first pump doesn't come out like a direct stream. So let's see. Oh, okay, so yeah, it's a super fine mist. Let me see the color. The color for me is definitely a little bit beigey. You can see it on my hand. It definitely has a little bit more pink in it than I'm used to, but we're gonna make it work. So it seems like the mist is pretty fine, so I'm just gonna go ahead and spray it. I guess I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna do this side of my face and then the other side with a brush. Did it do anything? It definitely got in my hair a little bit, so I don't know if I like spraying it directly onto my face. I guess like that's why I say to wear a headband, but I don't want to have to do that when I'm like putting on foundation. So I'm definitely just gonna apply it directly to a brush. And also that coverage for me with just like one spray is a really, really light coverage. I mean, it does look pretty, but I need more coverage. So I'm just gonna take a brush. I'm gonna take this Tarte brush, just like a buffing brush I got in a set, and I'm just gonna lightly spray the foundation onto the brush, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and buff over that. Okay, so yeah, that coverage is definitely way more intense when you apply it directly to the brush. Oh my god, alright, that's definitely a lot more coverage than I expected it to be. That's pretty cool. That actually looks really friggin' nice. Holy crap, wow. Super impressed so far. That went on really, really beautiful. Like, it looks so good. I didn't want to like this foundation because it is a little bit pricey. It's up there with the foundation range pricing. It's $62, so to be honest, I kind of wanted this one to be a fail, but holy crap, like, it looks so beautiful on my skin. It looks completely skin-like. It does dry down very super quick, and there's no transfer to the touch, so like it's not on your hands when you touch it, which leads me to believe that they're actually, I'm gonna check the ingredients, there must be like some alcohol in this to make it dry down so quick, because I do work with airbrush foundations in my professional makeup kit, and some of them are water-based, some of them have alcohol in them, some of them are silicone-based, so they're all different types of formulas. I'm reading the ingredients right now, and this one, it is mostly water-based because that's the second ingredient, but it does have alcohol in it. So if you guys are weary of that, just know, like, if you think that's something that isn't good for your skin. When there's alcohol in airbrush foundations, that's what gives it its super quick drying time, but it also makes it hold up very, very well throughout the day, because it kind of makes it like not budge throughout the day. It leaves a super long-lasting finish when there's alcohol in airbrush foundations, which is really cool. So if that's something you're wary of, definitely like look into it and everything, and it might depend on your skin type if it's something that might irritate your skin if you have very, very sensitive skin. For the most part, alcohol in airbrush foundations is pretty safe. It's just there's probably like a couple skin types out there that it might be a little bit sensitive to, but otherwise I wouldn't worry about it. This finish is so freaking beautiful. I cannot even take it right now. This color is definitely a little bit light for me. but we're gonna make it work. I'm actually really glad I'm testing out this foundation this week because this coming, I think starting the 10th, the Sephora VIB sale is coming up for VIB members if you are on Sephora. So you can get 20% off this foundation if this ends up holding up really well, if it's something you guys are looking into. So it'll be a perfect time to check it out with 20% off so you can get some money off this foundation and not have to pay full price for it. So boom, that's pretty awesome. I'm glad I tested it out this week. A little squirt more right here to see if it's a little bit buildable right on my cheek, just because a little bit more redness is peeking through. Just want to see if it's buildable. It's not too buildable. I think the coverage is like, it is what you get, it is what it is. But if you like a light to medium coverage and a more natural skin-like finish, this looks absolutely amazing. So far, so good. I would say it's very similar and close to the actual looking finish you would get from using a professional airbrush gun. So that's pretty cool, actually. Like, it looks airbrushed, which is like the whole point. So this is what my skin is looking like up close. You can definitely see some of my natural skin underneath, like peeking through, but I like that because it gives a more natural looking effect, not emphasizing any pores or texture. It just looks very natural on the skin. It's a very light coverage, but it evened out like the redness and stuff very well. So if you're into very like light medium coverages, this really does look great on the skin. So since it does have that alcohol in it and it dries down to like a touch proof, like waterproof kind of finish, you might not even need to set this, especially if you have dry skin. Like, I can touch it and it's not coming off. So I'm excited to see how my makeup goes on top of this. I might try and set it with like a little bit of tiny powder like in the T-zone area, but I honestly don't think I need to at this point. So I'll let you guys know. I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back in a couple hours to check in and let you guys know how this foundation is holding up. Right now it is 11:17, so I'll let you guys know what time it is when I get back. Alright guys, so I just finished off my makeup. I just want to do a quick check-in, like directly after I did my makeup, what the foundation's looking like. I feel like my makeup went on really nicely on top of it. Like, powders blended out really nice on top. Concealer, everything good. I did set underneath my eyes where I put my concealer with powder, and I did not set the rest of my face. I ended up not setting it because I feel like it started to really dry down to a more like almost powdery finish, so I really did not feel like I needed any more powder to set on top. It just feels like it's staying in place very well. It actually feels like I'm not wearing literally anything on my face because it's such like a lightweight formula. It's literally like spraying air on your face. So I feel like the parts of my face where I didn't put any powder, like my forehead has no powder on it, looks a lot more like natural and kind of glowy and skin-like. And then obviously like under my eyes looks a little bit more matte because I did set my concealer with powder. So overall, it looks really good on the skin. I'm really loving it. It looks really good on camera. I took a couple of pictures. It looked really great in pictures as well. So far so good. I'm going to wear this foundation for a couple more hours and check back in and let you guys know how it's holding up. Okay guys, it is 4:29. It is getting dark outside. So the foundation's been on for about like 6-ish hours now. So I think it's a pretty good time to start judging the foundation, and honestly, it literally looks the same on my face. Like, I cannot see any differences really in from when I first applied it this morning. It's pretty crazy. A little bit of like natural wear around my nose, and a little bit of creasing in my smile lines, but that's completely normal for me with pretty much any foundation. If you guys watch my reviews, that just happens to me. I smile a lot, I laugh a lot, I talk a lot. Like, I'm gonna get a little bit of creasing there. It is getting like a little bit broken up like on the sides of my nose, but that's also pretty normal for this amount of wear time. But it's still staying together, like it's just like building up a little bit, but it's not like completely worn off. Other than that, it's not worn off anywhere, like whatsoever on my face. All my other makeup still looks completely the same way when I first applied it today. It feels extremely lightweight, like it still does not feel like I have anything on my face. Usually at this point in time, like with most foundations, I'm kind of like, alright, like this is starting to feel a little heavy on my face. I kind of just want to like rinse the day off and take it off. But I still feel like there's nothing on my face. Like, I could just wear this all day long and just feel great wearing it. I'm really not even seeing like any oils on my face besides like natural oils, like I kind of said before. Just like a little bit of natural oils on my nose, maybe the tiniest bit on my forehead, but I still think it's kind of just like the light reflecting off it makes it look a little bit more shiny than it actually is. but the rest of my face still looks like completely the same as when I first applied it. I will say if you have dry skin, like really super dry skin, like not just like normal dry skin, like really dry, like flaky skin, you probably won't like this because of the alcohol in it. It does dry down, like pretty drying. Alcohol is a drying agent, so it might like progress the dryness of your skin and feel a little bit more drying on your face. So if you have super dry skin, it might not be your favorite. I think it's really nice, especially if you love like a light to medium type of coverage. I think it's like a beautiful foundation. I really did not want to love this one, guys. That's why I was always so hesitant to try it, because I'm just like, all right, do I need to love another high price foundation? No, but I do, and it just happened. So I do have to say, I really do enjoy this foundation, and I will 100% wear it again. You could always get it for like a event type of foundation, so you don't have to wear it like every day. If you want to make the splurge and you want to like justify it, it could just be like your event foundation when you want to feel like glam and a little bit more bougie. So you don't have to like use it every single day and use up the can. But other than that, I think I covered everything, and if I didn't, feel free to ask me any questions down below in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this review, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!